have some very sad news to bring you.
Diana, Princess of Wales, has died after a car crash in Paris.
Do you remember where you were when you had learned of Diana's accident? Or
I don't. I was in America, but I can't remember quite where. Maybe in New York, maybe in Los Angeles. I can't remember.
I was making a Western in New Mexico, but it actually happened on a Labor Day weekend, and I was in a town called Page, Arizona, on the north side of the Grand Canyon.
Did you feel like perhaps there was a different response going on that
No,
was here
it was.
versus
I mean, I didn't really go into it in any detail. I just remember being startled that this story that if you were British you'd lived with, or maybe if you were anybody you'd lived with for the last 15 years, had come to such a dramatic ending.
The Prime Minister Tony Blair
Is about to make a statement.
Princess Diana touched the lives of so many others. She was the people's princess.
Do you have a proclivity toward controversial or just really, fiery roles?
Maybe I just get lucky and I just get asked to do that stuff. But I think I do have a bit of a proclivity towards them. I do. My taste is kind of a little bit out there. If I look at my own filmography, if that's the right word, there's some pretty out there movies in the list of them. But I love that variety and the possibility of doing something like Shadow Boxer and then doing something like The Queen.
This should be a private funeral.
Right. The public man, the British people.
You don't think a private funeral might be denying them a chance?
A chance to what? This is a family funeral, Mr. Blair, not a fairground attraction. I think the princess has already paid a high enough price for exposure to the press, don't you? Now, if there's nothing else, I must get on.
Did you also have a sense of fear, perhaps, of what particularly what the English public would think of the film, or what the monarchy would think of the film? Like, how is that going into this?
It's playing very, very successfully in Britain. If we'd got it wrong, we would have looked idiots, basically, for daring to do something and not getting it right. So, you took your life in your hands, yes. It's a very audacious film. Nobody's ever made a film about the Queen before.
It would be a great comfort to your people.
And would help them with their grief.
There. Grief. If you imagine I'm going to drop everything and come down to London before I attend to my grandchildren who've just lost their mother, then you're mistaken.
And so empathetically revealed this sort of a queen now sort of trying to fulfill her mandate. Is that, and being constrained but while in grief, is that something that you learned more about diving into the script and into the story, or is it something you had imagined before?
At our down moments in Britain, we always love to sort of talk about the royal family, bitch about them, or gossip about them. So they're a permanent source of entertainment for us in that way. But in terms of deep thinking about them, no, I hadn't. And I had to in this. I had to really think about what it must mean to become a queen at the age of 25 and to have no choice, to have absolutely no choice.